iHeartRadio Broadway, driven by Mercedes-Benz. The best or nothing.
You know, I love this show so much and this company. I have to say, it's been a long time since I had an opening that I just enjoyed so thoroughly. There's something about being in a small theater and everyone there is just so into it.
Little shops are popping up all over the place. It's amazing. It's like it's popping up like fungi, and this is like this is our hometown Little Shop of Horrors.
It's one of the few musicals that's sort of really recorded really, really well. So, I remember watching the movie and being a fan of the music. Who's not? It's amazing.
Tonight was such an amazing audience. It's such a small theater, 270 seats, so we had so many of our friends and family there. My 4-year-old niece was there. She had her teeth pulled yesterday, so I think the dentist kind of freaked her out, but it was all good.
I'm so grateful. My family is here, my daughter is here, my nephew, my mother, and our director, Michael, and Jonathan, and Christian, and all our girls. It's just been such a great experience, and I'm just feeling gratitude.
This is pretty incredible. This, literally, Little Shop is the first show I saw live in New York about 20 plus years ago. I'm going to try not to age myself. So, yeah, it's the first New York show I saw. So to be a part of reviving it here in this environment is pretty incredible.
It feels like the Orpheum all over again all these years later, and I couldn't be happier. It's the revival I hoped for.
I'm so excited. This has been one of the biggest honors to work on this show. To work with Alan Menken on this material has been a dream come true.
I'm feeling great. It's a wonderful show, and it's always uplifting. No matter what mood you come in, once the show starts, all goes away. Love the show.
I'm so freaking excited. This is like one of my favorite shows on the entire planet. I know like 80% of the words, and big time Little Shop fan. Watched the movie many times, big time.
I just think it's a show that is endlessly joyful and surprisingly moving, and this cast is like off the charts, so I'm just so excited that so many people are going to get to rediscover it.
The bonding of the cast happened very quickly. Michael Mayer, when he called us all to ask us to do it, said, I want this to feel like the reason we all used to want to do shows, which it's going to be off Broadway, it's never moving to Broadway, it's in a small house, no one's doing this for the money, everyone's doing this for the passion of the project. And that was his sort of motivation and inspiration going into it. And so we all kind of showed up like it was summer stock, and that feeling has remained throughout.
They're all really brilliant, and they all connect to the material. And my job is basically to try to keep them out of their own way.
I think it's a testament to Michael Mayer in the fabulous shirt over there. I think he just collected a group of people. He wanted it to be fun, he wanted it to be drama-free, and he wanted it to be fast. And so he hired people who have ideas and who just want to, who are all in this for the right reasons. I'm glad that reads.
When you then get a cast of this caliber, and then they are these people, it's amazing. Because they are all like the most loving, easy, fun. I mean, we all just sit around and laugh all the time. And it's the same experience the audience gets to have, which is like, it feels like coming home.
Working with this cast has truly been like out of this world, hilarious, funny. The best kind of description of what it's like to work in this like show with these cast members is during our breaks, no one's on their phone. Everyone is talking to each other and engaged and helping each other out with lines and with choreography. We are just so engaged with each other, and I can't stop laughing.
It is a dream cast, and I'm just so thrilled that these great performers are coming back to Off-Broadway because of Little Shop of Horrors. That's really cool.
To show up the first day and see who the cast was already incredible. And then once we started really working on it, it was just like, after 3 days, we were like, is this real? Pinch me. This is what you dreamed about, you know?
It was so creative. The room every day, we just came in and started wherever we were starting. And, you know, the wonderful thing about working with Michael is everything is very organic, and we tried things over and over and over again, and the show sort of just like grew organically by what we thought was funny in the room, what we thought was heartbreaking in the room. and it just sort of happened. It was really wonderful.
This is an uncanny group of actors that are so present for each other and so giving, so generous. It's really been a unique experience.
I think that the ability and the opportunity for that chemistry you see on stage was there from the start with Jonathan Groff, because he is such a sweet, sensitive, successful guy. He's just a wonderful person inside and out. So when you walk in the room, if the lead is that humble and wonderful, everyone has the opportunity to experience something really good.
We had so much chemistry with one another, like straight off the bat. We kind of also have like similar backgrounds and upbringings, and also so we really understood who the urchins were, and we put that together and we put ourselves in it, and that's you got the urchins.
Full disclosure, I have wanted to do this part for a long, long time, so I kind of been practicing for many, many years, just waiting for the right opportunity, and sometimes opportunity meets you in the right place and at the right time.
Battling Ellen Green was very difficult. She almost made me not want to take on another iconic role, because she was so good at it that as much as I wanted to share myself and my experience in the role, I had to fight through that iconic thing she did with the role. And it really took me a month of rehearsal and a month of previews to let her go and let me out.
I wish I could say I did like intensive YouTube research about the effects of nitrous oxide, but I'm really just making funny faces and hoping people laugh.
The audience for this show in particular, I think because people are really fans of the show and it's such a small space, it's a very unique experience, unlike any I've ever experienced before. And even when we're singing Skid Row, which is the second song in the show, and I come down stage and I sing the Seymour part, and I can see people like flicking tears away from their eyes every night, and it breaks my heart because people have such a affinity and a connection to the show and to the music, and it's almost like because they're so close, the cast and the audience are celebrating it at the same time.
You can really feel the audience, and you can see them when we're looking out during the songs. You can see their faces, and you do feel like they're becoming part of the performance in a wonderful way.
My favorite moment in the show is when Jonathan opens the door and starts, I don't know. I think he's just the sexiest, most amazing person at that time, and I just die every time he does that.
My favorite moment in the show would probably be singing with Kingsley and either Teddy or Eric, who do the plant puppet.
This production is just an honest, trying to capture what Howard Ashman and Alan were doing at the time, off-Broadway experience, just to make audiences laugh and listen to great music and hear great words. I feel like that's what we're doing, so I'm very proud.
iHeartRadio Broadway, driven by Mercedes-Benz. The best or nothing.